when we last met our heroes. What we get up to?
It was a treat yourself day. We just went shopping and,
Yeah.
bought little
Spotted.
raffles.
Let y'all's hair hang low.
Yeah.
Drinking many cups of Archie.
Kabaras did do a good bit of fact finding, so I think we're set up with lots of avenues to explore this session.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty relaxing. Also, my friend was murdered. Pretty normal stuff.
To be honest, I might keep this as a general principle that every time you roll and you fail, you're responsible for the death of somebody.
Yeah. Kabaras is actually it's curse. It's
So
a
if you're
curse.
if you fail your I know a guy circles test thing, it results in them being dead.
It's just some Final Destination stuff where it gets more and more obvious. Like, I go up and say hi to them, and they say hi back, and I end up like witnessing their weird accidental death.
Oh yeah, involving a mule cart full of logs.
I am I'm a scholar of violence and homicide and accidental death and all those things. Yeah, this is why we think the past is so brutal. Because we think that everyone just dies. And I guess it's because our ancestors must have just rolled poorly.
Or
Or because Eric was running that game.
They all use weighted dice to weight it towards 1.
Yep.
That's true.
Or I guess 10 in Electrum Archive sense.
Yeah, I was GMing the 14th century. It was using strict OSR principles. Look, to be fair, I inherited the game from a pretty bad GM of the 13th century.
It's a heck of a legacy game.
Yeah. I had to... Right, so we are in the Quran of the Spear. Great metropolis of the Valley of the King. So we had a lot of leads and things from last week. So what do we want to do?
I wanted to get on the hop on, hop off tour bus and get the audio guides.
Well,
I think we're undead hunting.
Yeah.
So we heard that there were undead or perhaps snakemen stealing people at night. And we've sort of connected this to Telkur, although the last person we talked to suggested that maybe there could be multiple causes. So I wanted to try and wait at the entrance to Telkur at dusk to see if anything was going on there. We see anybody escaping.
That's not dangerous at all. Here's what I'm gonna start making a little abstract grid for us here. This is kind of going to represent Quran here. So this bottom one is Telkur. So Quran of the Spear is kind of 3 tells. So this bottom diagonal one is Telkur. That's kind of like the old city. The big one, the Akros is here. The top left one is Tel here. I'll do a
sorry, you cut out there.
Oh, here, like higher or HYR. So I'm just going to put that there. Then the other one is Telos. The middle one is the low places.
That's where we have our friends.
Exactly. And then the Isar River kind of runs through the city this way. The white Isar, I should say. Just roughly, approximately, that's kind of the gist of the direction. And you can imagine there's different color. The big walls kind of around the city. Something like that. So I think we were crashing in the low places. And so if we can go to Telkur. We can do our best here. Right, so we're going to go hunt down some undead around nighttime. There's going to be some things to do before we get to the, jump to nighttime. Because as you are getting kind of set up and your lay of the land of the new necropolis, the first thing you would know is that this is a huge area with many entrances in here. The obvious way in is this massive sealed gate, and outside out front of it is a group of the iron-handed ones. They are clearly licking their wounds from a rough battle. Word on the street here is that the necropolis is kind of a war zone between them and Rooks. Remember, he's of the one of the houses of the one with the crane. So it's tough to be here at night, not be affiliated to one of them, because you're kind of going to be seen as a interloper by both of them, or either of them, or deal with that as is. And the general spirit of the necropolis here is not like, oh, there's one big door and it goes into the big dungeon, right? It's actually sort of a large area set up of several different courts with different accesses and gates that are magically sealed, blocking off the different cordons due to rituals. And I'm saying this stuff because, again, I think your affiliation to the Jarrah Bells probably gives you a little bit of the topical stuff about how the dead are buried here. What are you going to do about these people? Anyways, I yapped for so much only to give you the context needed of what do you want to do knowing that there are these groups around the Tell and the necropolis who may not take kindly to loitering around till nightfall unless you're, stocked up with one or shacked up with them. You can hide. There are places to hide. It's not just like you're in the open. You can imagine. There are like in these sort of like large courtyards. You can imagine there are these great like cypress tree groups, like ruined tombs that are kind of like just opened or kind of like flagstones moved. There's places to hide, little hideouts all over this place. So that's in the cards. But there's wild animals, patrols of actual guards, like the black guards of the city. There's patrols of Rorksmen and Rorks mercenaries, which I think is this ringing any bells? Did I tell you about the Reed folk?
I have no idea about them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't either.
Okay. So Rook famously has a retinue of folks that are basically like these tall, lanky tree like plant men. They're called from the swamps of the Miral Delta from far away. They don't speak. They don't know how he has like their like it's clearly like some sort of group of them. Like they all have sort of like the same kind of markings, I suppose. Like they don't really even wear clothes. They're just kind of like a collection of like almost like a walking humanoid mangrove, right? Like so like just a bunch, like not one uni trunk. It's like multiple trunks, kind of all reeded together, kind of like woven as strandy as these things are. So they're kind of like lithe and kind of Grooty, a little bit like Marvel Groot, but more kind of like mangrove mushroomy. Yeah, they're clearly like but they're like also not to be trifled with. Like they're clearly like some sort of like fighting band or hunter kind of groups or yeah, not much is known about them. But anyways, there's a faction of them associated. They're his most trusted, fearful guards. Yes,
interesting. Sir. I'm interested in potentially signing up for the head at the Caravanassery was someone who was interested in plumbing the tells, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Isn't that the guy who murdered your friend?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure that nothing will come up that will affect his health.
I mean, what better
I want to
way?
know exactly what happened first, because there's some like people are blaming this person, and they might be right, but it might not be that simple.
And if people are right, what better way to get close than to get into a business association, and then you'll have access when you need to stab the back.
Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect. Keep your enemies closer.
I was just gonna say that. Well said, Lauren. Well freaking said. See, there you go. Great minds think like Lauren.
Well, if everyone is on board, I think we head over to that building and start looking around for just normal work, normal dungeoneering work.
Okay. Cool. So we're going to be entering a part. This is important for mapping. So you're going to you want to place a map here. We're not going to draw this as a literal map again. I think kind of like a point map might be the best way to do it. To be completely clear, this map is a physical map, or a literal hex map, or not a literal hex map, but like a literal map of a area with space with numbered rooms, etc.
You have a map,
but like we can treat this abstractly. I'm trying to say I have a map. So we're entering an area here. This is, again, not the only entrance, but we're entering an area called the Court of the Tower. It is home to a ring of cypress trees and ostensibly a large-ass tower. And it is. It's a sort of a solid stone, dark gray model tower, no windows, nothing like that. Goes up about 30 feet, so it's like 2 zones tall, to it's roofed. You can see that there are 2 main exits in this massive court. I mean, there's no point writing a zone here. You can think the zone is half the size of the surface of Telarn. You know, like this place is a huge tell, right? It's a huge necropolis. This is probably like a third of the whole necropolis itself. Like it's very large. This court.
Yeah.
The points of exit that you should be aware of is that there is one to the southwest. This is one of these stone sealed gates. You know that they do not have any obvious way to unlock them from these signs. It looks almost identical to the same sort of stone gate that the iron-handed ones are standing in front of. Just obviously this is a different gate than that one particularly. But it seems like these are these sort of holy consecrated gates to the dead. Put in here. Let's see.
Sorry, is the intention that the core of the tower is a point, or I should be mapping each of these things that you're mentioning?
No, this is a point. This is a point, but I'm showing you that, like, hey, like there's going to be a line off this node, you know, like kind of thing, being like, hey, one's going to this gate, and you don't know where it goes, right? And then the next node here would coming off the southeast, and this would be a sign of a battle. It's sort of a choke point that's going up a hill towards a new court is your thought, because there's sort of like flanking upper hills and buttresses. On top of this tell there that you've walked up, right? It's not just like you're on this sort of flat domain. While obviously like this court area is flat, there are like 20, 30 foot sort of cliffs sort of creating this court as like a valley that are kind of looking down. You know, you're kind of like they're kind of looking down on you. These are sort of like these parapets, these sort of like larger tower structures, keeps almost like that, mausoleums for the powerful and rich. But yeah, so the other exit here was that. So there's this tower in the middle. Then also point out that there are some obvious stairs going down into on the northern side. There's some obvious stairs going down into a well-looted, well-seen crypt of some large size.
Sorry, to the where?
It'd be like on the northern side of the court of the tower.
Oh, in the core of the tower.
Yeah, in the court itself. Yeah. And then the exits off the tell are in the northwest and from this side. It's getting to be, so we were waiting to the evening, right? So we're in that sort of liminal time. It is the 13th of growth today, because yes, the last day was Fire's Day. So today's Silt Day, 13th of growth. The month is almost halfway. Or, no, I'm sorry. This is the evening of Fire's Day, I suppose. That would make more sense. Sorry. We're in the liminal hours, so this will probably be around 8 p.m.
Are we waiting till evening to meet with to try to meet with this caravan company, or?
Oh yeah. Oh, is this like a preliminary search? Like, did you come up here to like get set up and then saw them earlier? Oh, they're right. Yeah, that could make sense. But maybe this is earlier in the day.
I'm half waiting for everyone else to check if I'm wrong, but I think we do want to go to the tell that evening, but we wanted to probably during the day meet with the caravan leader to like get their approval / permission / get hired.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm describing the dang tell. I thought we were up here. I thought you wanted to meet with the faction, like the encampment of the caravanassery folk here.
It was the person, whoever is, if it's the same one and the same,
No.
sure. But I think you told me last session, yeah, they had their own like near the entrance of the city, I think, is where they were set up.
Yeah, they're in the low part of the.
Yeah, so I think
the
what you described is probably what happens after we meet with this person. Of us, we go to the tell that evening.
For sure. Okay. But, apologies. But yeah, we can go to the caravanassery. It is described as a forest warren of close set tents of all colors and patterns, with furs and silks and bone. Wagon masters squat in their entrances, sucking long-stemmed pipes. Their wares are scattered before them, careless and inviting.
Is there a guard in front of the tent, or anyone that would like? Do we just? Is there anything that tells us we shouldn't just walk in?
So there would absolutely be guards posted up here, looking for reprisals from the iron-handed ones. But what makes you think you can secure an audience with such a powerful de facto ward boss?
I look to the others, but I think that we can, if this person is looking for let's call it telvers, we probably still have some proof of our forays into Tel Arn. Not that we're willing to sell, but that can show that we know what we're doing. If he wants to hire us to look into the tells here and, do whatever needs to be done. With permission from the group that, like, because this if this goes wrong, this could like be a problem for all of us. But I'll show the guards like some of our loot. We have the rock mask. Malira still has it in their inventory.
Ooh.
If you really want to just like balls to the walls, it someone could just put on the king's mask and just like walk in there and be like,
yeah.
Remember the last time that? Yeah.
I'm sure that'll be fine. Let's start with showing off loot, but then that can be our backup plan if it doesn't work. I don't think I'm intending to bribe. I'm more intending to like show that we're worth, that your boss is going to want to talk to us, kind of thing.
For sure. I don't think you need to make a mask check to like persuade here. I just think your approach sounds pretty reasonable to me, so I'm just going to roll their reaction at advantage, and that's sort of the same thing.
Okay.
You all presenting the like, listen, we are accomplished.
Tellers, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're willing to. When you show them the eagle, the rock mask, is that what it was? Yeah. And just say that you got this from Tellar and that you know what you're doing.
All right.
Okay.
Step inside.
Right. Okay. So the two things. So these are human guards that you're speaking to.
Actually, I'm going to give them a drop of ink each if there's two of them. Just not as a bribe because they already let me in, but more of a like tip. I want if we're going to murder this guy later at some point, I want to get into the guard's good graces.
Right.
So.
Okay. So the other thing I would point out here is they give you a pretty stern warning to not remark or disparage the caravan master.
All right.
So this is to be the first time you're going to see reed folk. They are these, again, arboreal, reedy, lanky, Groot-like tree people. They seem to be like their legs are like they almost have like no torso. They're almost like all leg and then just a little bit of torso and arms and then these long like thinly like head necks. They're very lithe and like clearly they're made for like treading through floodplain kind of marshes kind of that kind of stuff. Not like almost like on stilts, right? Rather than walking around on land. And this is like a dry area, and so you can imagine they're not particularly happy here if you could read their alien expressions. But there's two of them here looming over, like they can't even stand up straight in this tent, right? They have to like kind of slant in. As you all
we could read their expressions.
They don't have.
You said it, Lyric. You said it.
I did. I ent it. Okay, so you can kind of see that the caravan guy is meticulously counting up coins and writing things down in his book. Probably you've been escorted in here by one of the guards who gave you that warning to be like, Rook, sir, I've these are adventurers of some renown. They have a mask from Alarn. It might be just the things we need. And that's when the guy looks up and you can see half of his face is wooden. Racked and warped in an agonizing expression. But like frozen, petrified in wood. Who's
Eric, your mic, I don't know if it's your noise gate or something, but when you're getting quieter, it's just cutting the little bits you're saying.
Sounds like a noise gate thing.
It is a noise gate. I recently adjusted my noise gate. I raised it because I was afraid of other things, so I'm going to lower it again. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's okay. Just
okay.
Bearing in mind that you probably want good sound quality for the recording and stuff.
It's all right. I will re-record it if it fucks up in the recording. See, I can say this shit because I'll just delete this.
Yeah.
But thank you.
You'll be sitting there.
So you lost something. Yeah. So
you like, no one told me. Why did no one tell me this was happening?
Right. Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Okay. So did you catch most of that?
Yeah.
We still caught it.
Half tree fucking head guy.
Yeah. I think
nice rich robes, counting a bunch of money. And he says in a very like fast manner, he's like, okay. All right, well, out with it. Introduce yourselves. Which one of you of your groups is your leader?
I don't think any of us discussed this before.
You can go ahead and do it.
Like, just looks at names, Kabaras, because you've been taking lead.
Yeah.
Your plan, bro.
Yeah, it's your plan. Go. Yep.
All right. Yeah. No. I step forward, and I say, Kabaras. Me and my associates. I introduce each of us, and then I say we've been spent some time in the depths of Tel Arn, and first ventured here to sell some of the wares and goods that we acquired. When we heard that you were looking for similar work, we thought we best connect. See if there's any mutual business we can conduct. Perhaps there could be some profit in it for us both.
He does not take long at all to answer. Profit for us both? All right, I like the cut of my share of coin.
You provide the mind, we provide the hands.
What are your thoughts on the iron-handed ones?
I think I pause for a second and think back to the merchant that we know kind of owes them money, and it felt a bit like exploitative, if I remember correctly. And if I recall as a player, that is this guy we're talking to is not a member of the Iron-Headed Ones. They're rivals in this, I think, or are
Yeah.
they being hired? Yeah,
That's what I thought.
that's what I thought too. So then after confirming that, I say, we're not at all close with them. We've seen how they treat others. It is not, like we said, mutually profitable.
Let's drink to this. And he'll stand up. He's tall and lanky. It's not just his face. His left hand is also wooden.
Okay. Yeah, Kabaras probably like stiffened for a second when he first stepped in, but doesn't say anything. I was expecting far worse. So
We will not be drinking that archy swill, berry brandy from Mercer's well, kind of thing. Like he has access to things not from. Great. So he will introduce you or give you a letter, or ask his guards really to give you a letter of introduction. So you can get to his camp in the Acropolis. He tells you to go south, east, through calls it the court of the tower, and present the introductions there. And you'll be received there and given orders. He needs,
very well.
Yeah. He needs whatever coins you can get out of this dungeon.
Coins is what he's after? Okay.
Yeah. He needs coins. He needs specifically silver.
Sounds good.
Good chemical base and silver.
Yeah.
While we're talking to him, can I get a read on him? Like, we don't know him well enough, but if we're not going to be working with him directly, we'll be working for other people who work for him. I get the impression we're not going to spend too much time with this guy. I kind of want to try and get a read, if it's possible, to get a hunch of whether or not it's a good idea to bring up the murder. Not in a, like, I knew him way, but in a, like, well, this guy died a couple days ago, and people on the rumors are blaming you. I want to consider bringing it up in a, like, do you have anything to say about that? Or, like, can I bring it up in a like, look how ridiculous this rumor is way?
If you're asking for suggestions, you could be like, what sort of dangers are we facing? We heard rumor of so and so. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'll try to bring it up in that way and try to, like, gauge his reaction to see if it's, if he kicks a bloody knife under his, like, footstool, or if it's more, how guilty does he seem if I bring this up?
He's a little tough to read when it's brought up, but he doesn't seem to suffer fools gladly. He doesn't really seem to pay it any mind. Like he's fighting bigger problems and dealing with a simple rumor of a murder. So either this guy's a cold-blooded killer and like doesn't really keep track and score of this type of affair, or he's just really good at hiding it.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really care either way, and so it's hard to tell whether or not he, like, his reaction is not helpful. Okay.
The guard that brought you in here looks a little sympathetic to you all, and as we bid our dues, he will remark to you maybe a little bit more context for what you're after, and he says, just be careful about people who look pale. They have some kind of sickness. I'm sure you know. Stay away from them.
Yes, it looks quite communicable. We should avoid them.
The skin of my friend was very pale, wasn't it?
Yes.
But he was killed. He already dead. Everyone kind of gets more pale when they die. But also killed by a stab wound. I still thank the guard for the advice. I think for now we really do proceed to the tower over the tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, lovely. Okay, back to the court of the tower. Right, so you've been informed that this battlefield area is sort of where you're supposed to be going. You're given probably a bronze tablet with the etchings of his house, Nalu. right? The crane are on
Mhm.
it as sort of like, hey, don't kill us kind of thing, which is good. So we can get there. I will roll to see if you are harassed on the way over there, though. That's pretty reasonable. We'll do an encounter check. Ooh, that's let me roll how many guards. Just get an idea of what kind of scrap took place. Okay. Right. You're passing by two black guards wearing cloaks of vulture feathers. Dragging each of them dragging like two protesting clearly like wounded, bleeding vagabond, maybe adventurers, but have been stripped of gear, being like, no, don't take us to the Acros, no, kind of like, protesting their fate. But they bed you no mind as they or actually I might just roll to see. Oh shit, never mind. Quite the opposite, dude. All right, they stop there and they point and they say you while holding these men.
These are the iron-handed ones?
No, these are the black guards of Quran who work for the governor of Ataxis.
Okay. The most official guards.
Yeah. These are like clearly house guards based on their feather capes.
If they're pointing at us, we like. I don't think it's a good idea to run. How occupied are they? Like
they look occupied. Like they're clearly dragging some prisoners. Like, you know.
Okay, and yeah, it's not. It's not like one person and most of them have their hands free.
No. It's two of them, and each of them are literally like they're bringing chain-clad wounded. Each of them a prisoner each already, but they stop because ostensibly they know your description, right? You, Bell Priest. You know, and they look over and be like, the rest of you.
I'm listening from a distance. It's not clear if they want to arrest us or something else, so
state your business. You are strangers here.
I am physician and alchemist. Is there anyone who is in need? Mend wounds and breaks brains, or calm. Fussy patients are never easy.
If you must ask if there is need, you clearly must be new here or are very bad apothecarist.
Oh, just very new.
When we arrived in this city, we heard that a group known as the Iron-Handed Ones have been breaking into the tombs. The Bell Priest is coming to reconsecrate what he can.
I nod.
Very well then, priests, don't mind us. We all do what we can, and they will.
That we do.
Leave dragging their protesting prisoners behind them, and the prisoners are like, save us, please save us, priests, please save us, we were innocent.
I glance to the others. I don't want to pick a fight. I doubt they're innocent, but don't know. But they could
Every
be.
guilty person thinks they're innocent, right? I don't know. Actually, it depends on your character here. What do you think? I'm telling you, you don't recognize these people, but they are pleading that they're innocent, and they really do not want to go to the governor.
How are the others feeling? Anyone leaning particularly one way or the other?
As a player, I'm not fussed, but yeah, Nabushar is like pretty ambivalent to other people's problems.
They're not dying. They seem alive and full of vigor. Therefore, it is not my responsibility to attend upon them.
All right. Kabaras, keeps his mouth and suppresses some kind of frown, makes himself keep a neutral face, and we just probably intentionally turn away from them and keep going about our business.
Yeah.
We don't watch, probably, unless some of us stay to watch.
Yeah. Yep. You steer clear. You take the road diverges instead of going up to the Acros. You head towards Telkur to the new necropolis. Okay. I doubt many words are shared for those last bit as you make it to the court of the tower.
Yeah, we're probably quiet.
Are we going to do we want to dally a little bit and explore sort of the area here of the court of the tower and the tower, or are we just making like a very fast, direct route?
You said it was a pretty large area, right?
Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah. I'm happy to dally if we want to. Look around. See what everyone else missed. Obviously, as long as the guards are, well and truly gone.
Is it quiet or is there movement?
It is quiet. The movement that can be seen is the vultures circling high above. There's actually a sort of, I think, as fighters types. So this would be Hanno, Nabushar, maybe even Danila. You have the sense of there was a fight. There was like a battle, a skirmish of some kind, and that there's this sort of like that long quiet at the end of a battle that's sort of lingering here, and this place just has that about it. Je ne sais quoi. Okay, as alluded to earlier, there is a open court centered on a ring of stones with this great tower. The whole court here, it slopes to the south, going up. And yeah, there's this sort of like bulge or like kind of salient on that sort of southern side that reveals to have a bunch of overturned carts and dead bodies abound. They all are wearing the telltale showings of iron-handed gear. So they've broken mail, like or rended mail.
Rended,
yeah,
broken, whatever.
Impaled. They clearly have fought here. It's rather visceral and violent, I would say, the way they've died. And I think you get the impression that something of great strength almost ripped some of these people apart. You're wondering if that's what the reed folk can do, probably, as you approach these guards. And yes, sullying forth from behind their buttresses are two grizzled, cut up looking these reed folks, and then about a squad of 6 mercenary veterans, kind of wearing the same sort of mercenary garb that you saw the guards of in the tent of the caravanserai. You're in the right area. However, I think there aren't pleasantries invoked here or evoked. Instead, they're sort of a state your business at crossbow point kind of reception.
Yeah. We show the bronze plate.
Right.
I think.
Hey, slowly now, as you say, hang on, we have the bronze plate, There's no roll or anything necessary here, but it is kind of tense, right?
Kabaras, I think the others see, it's hard to say if he's more serious, but he's more, steely in this last day than he's been before.
Yeah.
I think it might be that he's less. It might be that he's more confident or something. He can deal with people more easily than dungeons.
They were going to let you through their barricade of these carts and stuff through, and you're going to be entering a many-shadowed, dark courtyard. This one is much, much smaller than the Court of Towers, probably like a fifth. This place is loomed over by foots of walls and large towers. Smoke rises from the campfire in front of you all as vultures line the parapets above. It's uneven. It's crossed with paths, clearly going to 2 of these large gates again, as mentioned to earlier, where you can't open them. Well, let me get to the gate. The gate would be beyond the camp of the group, so I'll just talk about that first. Okay, so you're looking at a hodgepodge group of both 1 and 2 man kind of bivouac tents here. They're all made of eclectic styles and states. You can see that there is a relatively light group here. Like, there's more tents than people stationed right now. Either they died and they've buried them from this last fight. Maybe they're further somewhere else in the town. You're not sure, but there's definitely a notable, this isn't the full strength that you're seeing here around the tent. People playing cards, drinking, smoking, sleeping. Here, all kind of like bleary eyed. Yeah. Okay. So let's just cut to a person who you can talk to, a leader type. The leader of this group is something they call Frogman. That's the name of the reed folk that's here. You can see why he's called Frogman is because there is a burn mark that's kind of shaped like a splayed out frog on them, like kind of like prominently. But he clearly like cannot speak, or you don't know their language, and is like groaning, like grumbling, bowing branches to a human who does speak reed folk, who can translate for you. This is a middle-aged woman named Vimira, who can do this for you, who's clearly like a cautious hunter type. Very much in the grizzled veteran kind of style. She looks at you all, she sees the tablet and stuff like that. It's like, okay, put that shit away. Frogman, these are some new fresh recruits looking to explore this godforsaken place. And this massive reed folk tree guy will just kind of groan and point towards one of these gates. It's like, yeah, so let's see, what do you need to know? What have you been filled in on yet?
Not too much. Silver coins we were asked to bring back. How bad was it outside, I say, gesturing to the battlefield.
That bitch and their lovers have took the worst of it. I think we'll be good for a time being, and we'll leave these bodies out as a warning for others.
One big fight or multiple raids?
Yeah, we forced decisive action.
Of course, gives an approving nod. Well done.
Yeah. I think you can see that like kind of near the fire and sort of like where Frogman is and stuff, there's large chests full of ostensibly ill-gotten gains, their loot from their expeditions inside the tells. And these chests all bear the markings of House Nalu.
Okay.
I heard in a pub that the iron-handed ones had gotten into a fight with the wheelwrights. Have you encountered them?
The wheelwrights, those burning bastards, they have a lovely way of she has a lovely way with words, this Ramira. Yeah. They're taking this city by to a grip of fervent nonsense. They think they can save everybody just because they have some kind of vision. Please. I fought for and against things with visions. Doesn't matter. The only thing I believe in is coin. Ink.
If it doesn't spend, what worth is it?
Well, if you're done that and you're looking for work, my mercenary group's always hiring. But it looks like you're one of those bell lovers.
I happen to hold a position with the Cult of Bells. But I still have to eat.
Still have to eat, he says, smirkingly.
Then Kabaras follows up and says, all their importance and need of the spirits of the people, they don't pay for crap. And you can see he's like definitely putting on a personality for this a bit, like speaking more disrespectfully about his own position than he might truthfully feel. But
nice. Cool. Can we take a short break?
Yes.
Yeah.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Cool. Give me about 10 minutes. What are you saying?
So once gameplay starts, I'm going to ask House Nalu where they're sending their patrols, because I think it might allow us to make decisions about where to go in order to avoid them or interact with them.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense. The only thing I would point out is that the wheelwrights aren't, that they're not operating on this tell. They're on a different, there's 3 tells. They're on a different tell.
What's the name of that tell?
They're on tell here, and they're centered around what's called the Brazen Temple. On tell here.
Oh, that's that same, the Apocalypse cult.
Yeah.
Okay.
The wheelwright, yeah.
Okay. I'll keep this as notes. What's the name of the tell we're in?
You're in Tel Kur. AUR.
Perfect. I'll keep adding notes to that as we go.
You're in a crumbling fortress of dark stone, undulated walls intersecting and parting, crowned by dozens of sugarloaf-shaped towers, black and silent against the skies. It is a network of tombs and barrows, built on one on top of the other.
I think we need to find what's been untouched and go touch it.
I think you would also know, as a fun bit of lore, that a long time ago, that the top of these tells, those towers that you see, those sugarloaf-shaped towers, they used to be where the dead were once offered to vultures.
Okay.
Towers of Silence.
Yeah. Niragi is, I think, the term for it. But to Hanno's questions, right? You wanted to ask this guard here. Yeah. Demiro.
My name is Hanno. And you are?
Demira, they say, or I'm speaking on behalf here of the real one in charge is Frogface here.
Demira, where would House Nalu send us? We're here to get silver. Where do you send people to do that?
Tell you the truth, they don't get too many visitors. But if I were you, and they would point to the opposite direction, so this would be towards the west complex entrance over there. They will say, I would look in there. It's a group of those towers, right? We don't really, yeah. So we don't really go, or I would avoid directly here to the south. This room just seems to be some kind of, we call it the mill room. Nothing good in there. And she'll point directly behind her to this sort of large tower that you can see that there is some kind of like opening, maybe like 30 feet up, that the group has kind of like, or that the veterans have made sort of scaffolding up into, and say, don't go up there. That's the last thing they say with a very poignant expression.
Precarious climb.
When you say she pointed west, did she point back to like the Court of Towers, or just like west within this?
No, west within the court. West inside this sort of court. There should be at least 3 known exits or places of interest. Also, for diligence's sake, you did pass on the way up to the barricade, like right before the barricade, there is a plundered mound.
So one was the mill house, and that was where she was saying to go to the west.
She was saying go to the west to the towers, but then there's something to the southwest, and that is the mill house. And she says there's nothing good in there. Just got some weird millstone.
When an NPC says there's nothing good in there, you know there's good stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the spirit.
We should ease into this exploration. I like the idea of the towers. Yeah. Towers.
Nabushar. So what's up that tower that we shouldn't go in?
Have you ever seen snakes procreating?
From time to time.
Make a riling
Ours like turns
bundle.
and looks.
You know how they make a riling orgy bundle of matted, kissing. It looks like that, but body parts, not snakes. It's just some kind of writhing mass of flesh. So we don't go in there.
Oh.
Writhing flesh mass. Check.
I lean over and whisper to Danila. I've heard of rumors of something called Alchemist's fire. Do you happen to have any that we could throw at that thing?
Oh, not on me. I think I remember the recipe, but there's a lot of ingredients. There's like 13 different components in order to concoct Alchemist fire.
So towers plural.
How large is this ball? Kabaras asks, as I think about a horse cleaver and its strength against large creatures.
They shrug. The mass ate the torch they dropped down.
Horse chopper.
It ate the torch.
Yeah, it was only lit up for a little bit, but it filled up the whole tower, is what they would say. So yeah, we don't go up there. We don't do that anymore.
Oh, this is like a Dark Souls boss. That's what it sounds like.
That's what I was thinking.
Perhaps other directions might be beneficial at this time.
Towers plural.
Naturally, we go for the tallest of the plural.
See if there's a vulture-eaten corpse of a princess at the top of the tallest.
Then we'll know we're in a Dark Souls game.
Yeah.
If there's a spike up there, then maybe the vultures eat up the corpses kebab style, you know?
Only if it's continuously slowly rotating.
We can only
Maybe a water wheel at the bottom with like attached to an underground river. Could have to slowly rotate.
Something had to be powering the Mill's house.
There you go.
Either way.
Right. Okay.
Do you want to venture then into the regular towers in that case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We thank the people we're talking with and start heading in that direction. And I think we double check, like we just bring stuff back to here that we find, or do we keep it on us? How full do those chests look?
Frog Face will tap these the chests here. You get the impression that while not saying anything, he says he'll know how much you bring out and if you're lying. The way he taps this. Yeah. All right. So it is dense and tight and shadowed. You get to the door. It's not locked or anything like that, but creeping in or touching this door, you can see that the room is covered in filth and smashed bone. But you can also see that this is sort of like an opening mezzanine kind of room that you're looking in, zone sized. That is then flanked by two sort of like antechambers. Since you're coming in from the west, we can say one chamber goes north and one goes south. I think it's fair to say that the pungent scent of death increases towards the south.
I'm leaning towards the left one, towards the pungent scent of death. That's probably where we're going to find more dangers, but also probably loot. If our goal is to get loot here.
The bones and filth scattered around looks haphazard. It doesn't look like, a fight and things have died. There's no like articulation of bodies or anything like that. It just looks to be refuse.
Okay. If assuming now that we're venturing in and it's just the group of the 5 of us, including Melira alone, I'll mention to the group, let's keep an eye out also if we can find any clues as to the cause of the rumors of the Walking Dead.
To expedite this a little bit, they're not rumors at all. The groups, the mercenaries, Vamira, etc., have definitely talked about the dead here.
Yeah, I figured. I didn't. More like I wasn't sure if it was.
It's not Scooby Doo.
It's not Scooby Doo. More like, okay, it's happening everywhere, I think is what we've heard. Let's see if we can find any like clues as to the cause of it happening.
Okay. So do we have a light source?
Melira marks the use of their torches.
Okay.
And
nice.
We have light.
And away we go. Okay. So as we enter this room near the back of this chamber, so we could see those 2 different paths, right? There's something else to remark about this room now that it is lit. There are squat stone figures all over the floor around this refuse. They're about a meter tall, so like 3 feet. Crude, leering, and lumpen. Effigies.
Leering and lumpen, you said?
Yes. Effigies of twigs and animal bones are also propped up among them and like hanging from the ceiling, like chandeliers. Blair Witch, kind of.
I'd like to take a look at one of these effigies. Does it look like a reed folk arm, perhaps repurposed?
The twigs and things look like, the same types of twigs and things you find from the cypress trees outside and stuff, But yeah, upon closer inspection, the one that you grab has braided hair in it as well, like human hair. However, as you inspect this one and the way the light looks, a bit of shiny catches your eye dangling from another one. And upon closer inspection, you can see that one has an arm ring. The purpose and desire and need of these is outside the realm of your religious experience. You do not know what they do not teach this in the books. This is not related to the bells. This is something else.
Interesting. Can we try to make like an educated guess then?
Yeah, for sure. What do you think it is?
Okay. Probably something to. It could even be as simple as like warding away trespassers, or even just like warning them in a way.
Absolutely. What's the term for that? There's a term for anti-grave desiccation. What was it called? For protection, apopeptia, whatever. But yes,
not coming to mind.
I think you don't know what the religious purpose of these things would be, but yes, you think something warding, something like that makes sense. That milieu sounds right.
Okay.
To be clear, the threats and ranges of that could be these things do nothing, but they have that sort of like cultural ritualistic belief, to an evil hag can like see through them, or whatever. Like, and these are all victims to like, I don't know, something, like there's a huge range of what that could mean, right? But just in general, these things are some kind of.
Yeah, I tell the others my guess, and say if they put these here, they're beyond the Walking Dead and other creatures. There might also be traps or other defenses if they built this place expecting tomb robbers.
Yeah. Is anyone on trap looking duty? Do we have a character that does that?
I don't think we've talked about it yet. Who is the most HP?
Not it.
Not it.
I'm happy to
It's HP to keep me from dying, not so I can be trans. I have 10, and I have an agility and agility score and athletics that might mean I can get out the way of a trap if I spring one.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. You don't have
see
the
it.
knowledge to
never
disable them, but you can.
You have a staff. You can set them off in front of you, and don't worry.
I no longer have a staff because I couldn't carry it and my longbow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you could. Just
Longbow's pretty long. You could use it like a staff.
Yeah, it's also like a ridiculous amount of ink if it gets snapped in a bear trap unarmed. But yeah, I'm happy to stay the lead.
Okay.
But then that does mean that I'm the closest to the enemy with the longest distance weapon.
Okay. I'll go first. It's fine.
All right. It's underneath Danila's feet. So you're looking for traps. There isn't one per se. In the footprints, in the moving your feet around, there is something in the floor.
We also have the Ring of Ill Omens worn by Danila.
I have 1 use left before I have to recharge it. I'm going to use it. I put the ring to the floor, and I use it.
No, nothing bad to report here.
Is it active
However,
or passive, Eric?
It's an active thing. It would reveal there was a trap.
But you need to actively use it. It doesn't passively trigger.
Oh, correct. Yeah. You have to activate it. It uses a use to do it.
Yeah.
Correct. It's an activated thing. Correct. Some sort of carving in the floor here. Okay. This will take time to clean up if that's okay.
Are we okay with taking the time to understand it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
In less than one turn, you can begin to see that it's creating. There's some sort of etched spiral in the floor. If I said the word Triskelion, would you know what that means?
I designed a logo based on that once.
Okay. Yes, there are three spirals, north, south, and west. It's the grooves are filled with blood. I will roll since we took our time here. I will do an encounter check. I put a slash in that because I'm 4. Good, nothing to report. A Triskelion of 3 spirals, north, south, and west. All the grooves are filled with dried blood underneath this filth here. The filth continues. In fact, it gets deeper to the south. Like, as you were cleaning up, you can probably tell and ascertain that it's kind of going downhill, right? And so, lowest point. Okay, so we're standing with light in this sort of middle area. We have kind of moved all of this debris and refuse away. You probably have not. You tried to avoid the stone figures. I imagine.
I think we did.
You're not like breaking them or taking them with you or anything like that. I imagine you're kind of just letting sleeping dogs lie here as you try to clean this thing up to get a picture.
Yeah.
Cool. Works for me. What's the next step of the plan, gang?
So is this an up or a down situation? Are there there's stairs leading upwards, did you say, or
yes,
are there stairs?
Both.
Both.
There's 2 exits from this room. Yeah, one goes to the south where the refuge gets more and more, and then there's sort of one to the north that goes sort of up these stairs into another tower. It's spiraling. You know what I mean?
Debris could hold treasure.
Let's stick to this tower for now and go south into the foliage, the leaf litter.
Yeah. Okay. The filth grows at first shin deep, and now it's getting to be like knee deep. Dangling from the ceiling are no longer effigies, but shards of glass. This room also like you can see sticking out of the refuse and things of this room. As you get close and look in, just their little stony heads barely break the surface of this filth. This room also has those stone figures.
How lifelike are these figures?
Not at all. They are crude. They are leering and lumpen. They are hovenly. They are a misanthropic depiction of a person, of a hominid.
I look at our Nabushar and I say, well, you do have that fancy longbow. If you want to take a pot shot, see if they'll do anything, if they're real or animated or.
What size are they? Like human sized or like?
They are 3 feet tall. They're a meter.
Yeah, well.
And to make and again to make it worse, there's like glass shard bone chime, or like glass shard chime kind of stuff dangling from the ceiling in here too.
Yeah, I'll take a pot shot at one of them, see if it reacts.
Sure. You draw your bow, you loose an arrow.
Do I have to roll to hit or damage, or it's not hitting in this, is it? You automatically hit.
Yeah, you can hit. Roll damage though, for sure. Your shot hits true. I mean, my guess is that it probably breaks, or chips the statue, right? And it does that kind of like almost like spin, like it, and it's gonna see whether or not it topples over. Lewis, what do you want to happen here with Nabushar and the shot? Did you shoot it for the statue to topple over, or just to kind of like get, quote unquote, get its attention, wake up?
Yeah, just to see if it would react.
Right.
Really.
Right. Yep. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know that an arrow would have. I'm trying to picture these in my mind. I'm not sure how massive.
Sure.
They're 3 feet tall, but like if they're quite wide, I'm not sure the arrow would have the kinetic mass to knock it over. But
no, but especially like rooted in this water, so like they just like waddle around. But I think the other part though is that you had to shoot through like these glass chime things, right? So they also kind of lit up. So I think it's safe to say that if there's anything asleep in this room or not paying attention, it is aware that something is in this room now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the little squat figurine guys don't respond. Melira will probably swear that they moved, but don't listen to them. They're an NPC. The ones in the room behind you.
Yeah.
But no, there's no exit. There's no exit from it. It terminates. This is sort of like a refuse pool. Like the things have fallen into the south tower.
I'm going to wade in and feel about with my feet for chests of silver. That's the obvious place to keep them, right? In the pool of fetid water.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is. It does not take you long. There is a chest in this room for you to find. You just have to. But there was something on top of it that you have to. What kind of tools and things do you have? It's fleshy. Like, you're not using your hands, right? Like, I imagine you're using something like a stick.
I was just thinking of using my feet, kicking out.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Well then, your feet touches something human-like, and then hard and like rocky and chest-like. So both good and bad. So I imagine you kind of kick the drowned corpse thing off the chest.
All right, I'm gonna try and pick it up with my hands. I should imagine this makes me go head under for a moment before I manage to lift it up.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Can you? Okay. I think it's safe to say that you probably do not want to inhale this fetid water. You know what I mean?
I'm definitely holding my breath.
Okay. Sure. So you're gonna do it. You're gonna try to grab and begin to drag this chest. I think I'm gonna need a body test to get this thing out of here. Easy. You're able to drag this chest, creating sort of ripples in the water, and then let's say it's Danila. Danila, as we move this and the ripples in the water, those stone figures, you saw them, like they shouldn't have rippled and moved, but they moved.
Oh no.
then you see there, there's not just, there's too many ripples for moving of this chest in this room. The things underneath the water have activated.
We need to move. We need to move.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be surprised here, but I think we are going to go into combat. Hey, man, if you can keep this chest, you keep the chest.
Movement. We've got movement signals everywhere.
Okay, so away we go. There are more than one, less than 9. Why do we know this is happening, right? Something grabs the chest as you're pulling it out, right? And it's the body that you kicked, right? And its head breaches the surface. You can see that it is a gray, withered corpse with too long of a tongue, completely naked, its eyes white. It is a ghoul. Hanno, you yank the chest, ripping it from it. But yeah, we are fighting. Depending on what you guys do in the situation, then it's a type of speed test. You ask what we do, and then we will roll our speed.
I mean, I'll plug the one that's like attacking Hanno.
Yeah, there's one that you can see, and I'm telling you, it's obvious that there is more than one. And I would say safely that you can say that there is fewer than 9.
Yeah,
I'm not saying the maximum number is 9. I'm just saying you're perceptively you're very confident in that range.
Should we retreat, draw them to us, and then fight? Or do we want to fight in here? Or do some of us fight and some of us run? I don't think we should split.
I'd say let's try a fighting retreat, at least for the first round, and then see how many there actually are.
Okay.
Set up a defensive.
There's
line.
Yeah. I would say it's a single file, probably, like, if you wanted to. There's probably a single file bottleneck into and out of this room to that main room, right? Where the Triskelion was. Just for your all's tactical purposes, I think that's probably fair to say that's probably the closest bottleneck. Or you can just run outside the doors to the court as well.
I guess we want to be at the end of a bottleneck so that we can potentially get more than one person on one person that can only get to us.
Yeah, that would be. I'm telling you, like, looking at the map, the best way to do that would be the kill box would be back into that main. Triskelion room, exactly.
Cool.
I was trying to anticipate that question, and since we're not really, I'm not doing a super good job telling you how this mapping looks like.
That sounds good. I guess I will I presume Hanno's like out in front of us, so I'll plug the one that's attacking Hanno, and then
so you're gonna plug that one. Hanno, you have your strength check. That I'm honoring that. You don't need help dragging this thing away. It's in your hands, but obviously it's in your hands, right? If you let it go to fight, then it might be a different stakes, right? But I think right now I'm willing to say you're in control there.
I think Kabaras is using his spear that I have in one hand to sort of help from a distance. I don't think it's not a long spear. It's because he's holding his sling in one hand and like poking with the spear in the other. So it's short enough that he can do that with one hand. But he's still going to use it to try and hold these creatures off while we act.
I think Horse Cleaver needs to be put to use somehow.
Yeah, works for me.
Hey, so I guess we're making speed tests.
What's Melira doing?
Melira is I don't think we have her as a fighter. I think she's just holding the torch. And
I will say if one of you goes down, I think we'll have to do a leader morale test for them. Is probably the same thing to do. They're your light holder right now. But I think that's probably fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Just so when you're thinking of tactical things, Melira
is like, you have the light. Melira's probably been told from back in the previous.
Yeah, they're not in.
You have the light. Don't stay safe and stay close enough to illuminate the enemies.
Yeah,
but no closer.
Stay
Yeah.
safely in the middle of the bunch.
Exactly, but which is why they're not going to like flee immediately. But like if one of you goes down, I think there's a question of it, right?
Morale,
That's what I'm trying
yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Works for me. Don't worry about like readying actions, etc. Like hitting one that you can't see. That works for me just fine. Like that makes sense to me. There is definitely more than one coming. So, Hanno, you're pulling the chest, right?
I am, yes.
All right, cool. That's a task 5 for you.
Hey.
In a minute since we had combat in this game.
Yeah,
Success.
success as well.
Wow, we all succeeded. Okay.
Yeah.
We are a well-honed team of professionals who know exactly what we're doing.
Living
Mhm.
up to the marketing. Wow.
Yep.
Roll longbow damage. 6. Okay. It's almost enough to kill it. So there's just a big arrow sticking through its head. It reels and goes underwater. Like you hit it and it, like a fish, like it just like the shot just knocks it backwards and under the water, and it's flailing around with this arrow stuck in its head. Emerging from the water are, in addition to the arrow-headed one, there are 5 more ugly ghouls.
Die, ghoul, die. 7 points of damage from Horse Chopper.
Yes, 1 ghoul goes down. You are assured that it does not get back up when you bifurcate its spine.
Nice.
Okay, works for me. So there are four ghouls remain. One with a arrow wound. No other actions to call out now, right? You've brought out the chest, so then I guess like next turn you can grab your weapon and fight and stuff. Okay. Cool. Okay, my turn then. 4 ghouls. We described how you're creating a death funnel, so I can't target anyone except for like the 3 of you in the front line here, right? Or is it 2 and then is Nabushar like a little bit further back with their bow?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes,
Okay.
so.
Makes sense to me. Okay, so I'll roll a D2 then to see whether it's Danila or Kabaras, right? Because I imagine, Hanno, you also you might join the fray in a second, but you brought the chest out of the way, and you don't want to be a combatant, right? At this moment. Am I reading it? Like, should you be a valid target is my question. You want to be a valid target in the death funnel or not?
You're asking Hanno, right?
Yeah. I'm asking Hanno if...
I am absolutely a valid target.
Excellent. Cool. You are the valid target. Okay. So the first ghoul will come at you, which makes sense. You did steal the chest. For 4 damage. Swipes at you and claws at you.
It rakes me down one cheek of my face.
Ooh. Can you make a body test for me?
Yeah. Knew that was coming.
Oh boy.
Okay. That's good. We don't have to worry about the illnesses of diseases.
No hypothetical ghoul fever.
Yeah.
It's the bells.
Say 1 more gets through. See who they target. They want their chest back, I suppose. For 2.
That one, my armor value is 2, so I think I managed to turn the shoulder up and it catches me on a pauldron.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Cool. My turn's over. I don't think the rest of the ghouls can press in the way because of your clever tactics.
I'm just gonna plug one again. Did the one I hit go down?
No.
No. Okay. So, let's get.
I will tell you they have 6 HP. Now that one's been killed, I think it's safe to say that.
Yeah, so I'm shooting again.
4 goals remaining. One of them has an arrow in its head.
That one close enough to stab with a spear?
No, that one is actually the one in the back because it basically got knocked out while the other ones were going ahead.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna stab the closest one then with my spear, and if it's already in range, and then I'm gonna try and back up if that's fair. It's a D6 because I'm using it one-handed.
You should have interjected and done this before Hanno got
I
hit.
definitely should have.
I forgot. You didn't speak up, and it's already happened now. So, but just remember that next time.
Yep.
Wow.
Kabaras is not great with the spear, with 1 damage, which they might have in innate armor.
Yeah, it laughs in undead armor.
Then now I'm going to try and back up.
Go ahead, Lewis.
Is it a new initiative in the new round, or does this just not do round by round initiative?
We do re-roll every round because we can change what we're going to wield and use every round.
It's based on what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a new round of initiative then.
Yep.
Cool.
I am going to hop on top of the chest which I just dropped, pull out my maul, and attack as well in this round.
Yeah.
Conan off the top of the chest.
Nice.
Nabushar's doing their best Legolas impression, I suppose.
That's just.
Lauren applying horse chopper to the forehead.
Mm-hmm.
And Primarch, what's Kabaras doing? Spear?
The spear has not worked well so far. He's worried about getting sick. And Kabaras is good with people. He's not a coward, but he's painfully aware of his 4 hit points. So he's going to back up and drop the spear, because I need 2 hands, I assume, to use the sling, if I include loading it. So he's going to back up, sort of put down the spear on the floor next to him, and start loading the sling to use. That makes sense. Kabaras does not have anything in, unless a rock counts as in the backpack.
No.
But he was already holding the sling in his hand at the start of this, and that's why he was only using the spear in one hand.
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
You literally called that out as a further thing. Yeah, so for sure.
Yep.
Sorry, I think I might have overread what you were trying to do, Spencer, here with Kabaras, but the idea is can I spear this guy? I said no, but I should have said not without also being in the fray of all of the ghouls, which is probably already a hard no.
That basically was a no. Yep, no, that makes sense. I think
your tactical position does kind of limit the effectiveness of your weapons in a zone, because the idea here is you're preserving this sort of kill box, right? So.
That's true.
I'm honoring that.
Kabaras, though, has realized he's not good in the kill box, so he will retreat and try to kill box from a distance. Either way, that's my intention.
Makes sense to me. Basically, two ghouls at any given time are trying to at the same time press through this doorway, trying to kill people. That's kind of the gist.
Okay. Yep. Thank you, Speed 9 Sling.
Yeah, slang gang.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Everyone who succeeded at their speed, go ahead and act.
Okay. That's 5 from Horse Chopper.
Ghouls still standing.
1 damage.
Oh God.
3 damage with the sling. This time aimed at the one that got hit with the longbow.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, 3 goals remain. One of them, Horse Chopper's one, is barely hanging on. Lewis failed the speed
went
test.
Fast, yeah.
Okay, cool. So my turn. I will start with the ghoul that the Danila hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I will roll a d2 this time to see who they're hitting. 1 is you. 2 is Hanno. Dude, Hanno. Okay.
Single focus.
For 6. Doesn't that ignore armor?
Yes, it would. So I am now at -3 health.
Oh no.
You are on death's door, my friend. Cool. You're not dead.
Unconscious.
The thing is, I won't do it. I don't know. Part of me says that they're you're fighting. so they won't do it. But like the ghouls really tempt to just drag you into the water and eat you, but they are fighting.
That's a classic Arden rule.
I think they try, right? I think they try to grit you. The more important fact now, though, is your kill box is broken. There's a breach. They can get through the line now. I think that's actually the bigger problem. So I think rather than Hanno getting dragged, I think there's more of a it can't drag because you're fortunate that the rest of the ghouls behind them can finally get through, right? So cool. So that means that actually all 3 ghouls get to go rather than just this next one. And that and I'm going to say that everyone's a valid target now. I will include Hanno in the list here though as a valid target. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll a d6 to determine the Ghoul 2 who they hit. I'm typed it in my Google Doc instead of to the roll channel. 1. Danila. Okay. Cool. Let's see who you're going after for 2 damage. And the third ghoul, the full health one, goes after Hanno. Incredible. Okay. Hanno, you kind of have I don't know what to tell you, man. These things are heat seeking to you. Shoot, they must really want that chest back.
I guess I'm dead.
Yeah, they will kill you unconsciously on their turn.
No.
It sucks, but
Do I need to make a body test?
oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. Correct. Yes, you do need to make a body test.
Okay.
And then we also need to make a morale test for Malira.
Oh, I did not pass.
Okay. I'm sure it's fine.
I'll treat it.
You have more important pressing things to worry about.
Malira's loyalty is 3.
Yeah, so
She does not pass.
oh no, it's a 10.
She gets a 10 with her loyalty.
Right. Everything's falling apart.
Oh no.
Nabushar goes and then it's a new round.
I take it I still have light.
Yeah, you do for this turn, yeah.
I had a chance to run away yet.
Exactly.
Cool. I think I'm gonna gamble and try and take out one of the ones that's full health.
It's a good gamble. Do it.
I'm imagining these things don't have morale either, because I have an ability, but it's no use against undead. Do I have to declare before if I'm using focus to ignore armor?
No.
No? Okay, right. 8, right.
Expended advantageously. 2 ghouls remain. One of them savagely injured.
Cool.
The uninjured ghoul is feasting on Hanno. New round. What do we want to do?
At what point will Malira act?
I can roll a d10 for her. She'll probably, if she's fleeing,
true.
it'll be against speed 5.
Yeah,
but I won't roll until we all decide what we're doing. So she's, I assume, going to be trying to flee.
I love playing with other GMs. You're good.
Yeah, it's okay. She'll. This grenade she's holding, she's going to throw it, drop it at her feet in front of us all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess knowing that would I know that she's fleeing? I don't know that I would.
Yeah, no, they probably have said something, right? Like, oh my god, it's over. Hanno was the best of us.
In it to win it, I'll give it another crack. I'll hope that I beat my speed test and manage to take out another one of these things.
You said there were 2 left, Eric, and one was gnawing on Hanno.
Correct.
Okay. So then we only have to focus on the other one for now.
The other one has 1
of them
HP.
is attacking us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try to focus on the one with 1 HP. I only have a 50% chance of killing it, though.
Right, but to be explicitly clear, the other ghoul is I'm going to re-roll to see who it prioritizes, right? But like it is, and it's
still acting.
Yeah, it's still acting. It's still in the initiative.
Okay.
It's still doing
things. I thought it just decided to ignore us.
No, it last turn it went on Hanno, but like it did the thing where it like ripped the throat out and it's like roaring kind of thing, like load loud to the ground, so you don't know if it's gonna put its head back down and eat or if it's gonna drag him away or like fight you, so.
Okay.
I'll plug that one. So yes, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be using my sling at. I don't think. I'll check with you, Eric. We don't need to declare targets in advance.
No.
We just need to declare weapons. I'll use my sling against the weakened one. But unless this isn't BattleTech, yeah. I'll use my sling again.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Close, but good.
Okay.
But it all depends on what Melira ends up acting on. Roll high.
I keep typing /R to start out of reflex from Roll20.
Oh yeah.
Needs less than 6. She also will go immediately. This is not actually good because she has our light.
Yeah.
But
I was.
You do have the benefit though of you can arrange your order and actions. So you could resolve your actions. Just fictionally if you're going before the monsters, right? Which then means you can all organize the way.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm doing on the one that's eating Hanno.
Yeah.
Oh, 3.
On the injured one. 4. That's crit. That's 4 ignores armor.
It does.
Mhm.
Right. So one ghoul's dead, the other one's at half health.
And I guess pursuing, chasing after the light, if we can attack and move. I don't know if that's a thing.
No, they're not
Yeah,
gonna
I
go
think-
into the light, you know?
Yeah. Melira, I don't think Melira would drop the torch. Like they need it to probably see the way out.
Yeah.
And I imagine if it's a panicked, like tightly gripped panic. It would be a didn't even realize they were holding it kind of is my imagination. So I think they can move twice if I'm remembering.
Yeah, which will easily get you into the court where the mercenaries camp is.
Yeah, but we can't move as far as they can, so we can see them in the distance, a zone away, as we probably all move back one zone to follow the light, and they move 2 zones away.
Yeah, you're not in absolute darkness. Like remember that door behind you is there is like that's kind of ajar, so a little bit of twilight's coming in. So you're not you know which way to run. And there's not like sludge or anything to get through, so I guess we have to roll to see if you escape before, or fighting withdrawal before the ghouls go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are fighting withdrawing, you're using your weapon and using that speed.
Can I change to fists?
Yeah, you can just drop your bow and punch.
I'm
gonna-
I don't want to drop my bow, but yeah. No, okay.
I left my spear behind,
It's the same
actually,
speed anyway.
so I have my sling. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, am I rolling to fight retreat? Or I
There's only
failed
one
it.
left.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think you went yet after
No.
Melira went, so we still have to finish up the round.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I think the ghoul goes before me.
Oh, my bad.
Yes.
Yeah, the ghoul acts. Because it's the ghoul's turn. We were fast round, then it's the ghoul, then it's
Whoever
Lauren.
failed the
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, right, because
We,
Lauren failed. Wait.
Yes.
And
Okay.
the ghoul hasn't acted yet. The
Yeah.
one surviving ghoul.
Oh, right.
We
I
jumped.
I'm sorry. I got lost in the sauce. Yeah, for a second. Okay, my bad.
Mhm.
So I gotta roll D5 to see. Oh, D6 actually, because it could be he's just eating. We'll see.
Mhm.
Ah, okay. The one time he doesn't. Okay. That would be Nabushar.
Bring it.
Claw swipe for 1.
Light armor.
Nice. Laughs in light armor. No damage.
Question: is there still enough light to see at this point?
Dimly, I think, right?
Yeah, dimly. Yeah. Can you roll damage twice and take lowest? Maybe is the way to do it for that.
I think that is actually exactly what it is.
Okay. 2d8. Keep those. 1 horse chopper. Go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Irrelevant. Horse chopper chopping.
Mhm. It's for my friend, you bastard. Ah.
Nice.
Classic Lauren.
Ghoul
Yeah.
chopper.
Try to get myself out of here.
Well, that was the last ghoul, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so I think we come back and regroup with Melira, who I imagine they're waiting like back in the group of tents.
I mean, I would get my comrade's body. Before.
Yeah, I want to.
I was going to do
mean,
that with the lights. After I was just going to go get torchlight basically and come back. But yeah,
If it grows silent, I'm not leaving his corpse to be
Then
Just
Kabaras will
one.
say it in character and says, I'll be right back. I'm just going to get gestures towards the like distant, still running figure of Melira. Yeah. In the future, I'll actually ask Eric. I didn't account for my advantage against panic ability. I should have done that even with hirelings, but I'm just double checking. Just allies gain advantage on spirit or loyalty checks.
Yeah, they should have.
Resisting panic. So that I forgot about that for myself. I was panicking too much to remember I was resistant to it.
I think it hasn't changed the game state. I mean, we would have acted
Not
the same.
really.
We managed to kill them
Yeah.
as many rounds as we could have.
But I go and I'm gonna go calm her down and calm them down, bring them back when they're up for it with torchlight.
I mean, I think we'll meet you outside with Hanno's body, and then I'll maybe go back and get the chests and say.
And you can see on Kabaras' face that he feels that this is not the time to mention it, but he's going to bring it up anyways. Please grab my spear as well. You can see he doesn't think it's as important, obviously, as the body or the chest, but he put it down.
Okay. Okay. In the chest. So we can denouement a little bit for a second. In the chest, there are 542 pieces of ancient silver square coins. There is a large assortment of teeth made from rock salt, decorated. Each of them is decorated with some sort of like totem or like, animal like creature, but some of the creatures are clearly like monsters or creatures that aren't just like, that's a bird, that's a wolf, that's not sure what it is, but I don't like it, that's a beaver, griffin, I don't know, that kind of stuff, right?
These are all carved into the teeth?
Yeah, they're carved into the teeth. Yeah. There is actually a viable use of rations here. Preserved honey. Beans preserved in honey. And then at the bottom there is a bulky set. So this would require two slots to carry. But it is a bulky set of 7 vials with 7 drops of ink in each. Like they're you can kind of like imagine sort of, it's like almost like a what do you call it? The thing that spins around that separates. Not a calendar. Centrifuge. Thank you.
Yeah, centrifuge.
Yeah, it looks almost like that. Yeah.
Could it easily be decanted into other?
Yeah, if you have one, you could decant them. Yeah.
Yeah, because in a single vial we can hold 100 drops per slot. So it's definitely taking more space than it needs to.
Yeah, the important, I mean, well, okay, sure, yes, but the point is that the set thing here is like these vials are small. This thing's delicate and it's bulky because it's delicate, right? And the whole thing itself is like probably worth something to a collector more than just the ink.
The centrifuge, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. To be clear, it's not a centrifuge. It's a very pretty carousel kind of like delicate crystalline thing. It's clearly like some kind of religious thing that is from a bygone time. That's very nice.
Okay.
Right. Some sort of funereal ritual of the past. Yeah. But you can easily just say screw it and just take the ink itself.
Do you want to take 5 whilst Coati rolls up a new character, or?
Well, I was thinking maybe we could. This is probably just like fine time to wrap up. If I'm honest.
Yeah.
If
Sure.
we
I'll
talk
just
about
check
Cody's
how
character
much-
and do XP, and yeah, exactly. We can do. I mean, I don't mean like leave the second, but like, yeah, we can talk about the new character. We can get XP, ask questions. Just wind down a little bit rather than
Prepare for another sortie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. Not fair.
Ooh! I see a lot of 4s there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Agility, thews,
Sick.
spirit.
Look at that 6 HP. Wow, the chosen one.
Just wait for it. You had to say that, Eric.
Yeah,
It'll be dead
yeah.
next session.
Please.
You do this. You do stats and then class, I think. When do you choose your specialization?
Now, in my final four, statistics, I thought Hanno would have made it. I thought Hanno would have had the. I would have bet big on. I would have bet real long on Hanno.
The ghouls said no.
Yep. I mean, there's nothing you can do when the random targeting.
It was because Hanno had the highest thews, and that means more meat on the bone.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have a question.
Yeah, what's up, Lauren?
As the group's physician and alchemist, can I diagnose my wound?
Yeah, you don't have to roll to diagnose it. You know you were attacked by a ghoul. That redness around it and tingling feeling is ghoul fever. I think
How do I treat ghoul fever?
I think your medikit can cover ghoul fever. Ghoul fever is what do you call it? I don't want to say common or banal, but it's mundane and frequent enough that there are poultices and things for it doesn't require quote unquote remove disease type spells, right? You can treat it from a medikit.
Okay, and that's what I will do.
You have the time, you have the tools, you have the training, so just mark it off.
Okay.
I wrote down the loot we got, and I wanted to double check how many slots each of them takes up. You said the centrifuge-like decoration took 2.
Correct.
The beans and preserved and honey, which is rations, which takes roughly 1.
Yeah.
The teeth from rock salt, how much would those take up?
1 slot.
Okay. And the 542 silver coins?
You're better off leaving them in the chest. A bunch. I don't
Can
know how many.
Drag this to the camp and
Honestly, that might. Can we we'll just say that. But
we'll drag the whole thing back. You're right.
Ruling time, is it 50 ink per slot? 100 ink. So do you want to say double that for coins? So 200 per slot?
I can see either or. Coins would be heavier,
Triple?
but probably less delicate because the ink would need to be kept in glass vials.
So typically inventory slot things, they use the longsword standard, that a longsword is a slot, and if it's heavier than a longsword.
Oh, that's fair. Then probably.
I don't know. That's my in my head how it kind of works. So I think maybe let's say 300. Let's just say 300. It's not that important, and it's not like coins are worth anything in the game. So in that kind of way.
This is literally the only time that we'll be pulling coins out is because someone wants silver.
We found a collector paying for them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're literally dropping it off with frog face. So
yeah,
it's not like we're carrying them far.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you holding up, Cody? I'm sorry about the loss of Hanno.
It's fine. These things happen. I did start the encounter by wading into the ghoul water. So I've just rolled a spell called Mask of Consuming Plant.
Yes.
Ooh. Who's the wizard? Roll a D8.
Right, we have an extra table thing for our campaign.
Is it Cab Paimon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Ioma's Mask of Consuming Plant. That's awesome. Mask of Consuming Plant. So it's not you who eats it, it's this visage.
Or is it the plant that eats things? Is it a...
Oh. Yeah, that makes... Maybe it's not, what do you call it? Not herbicide.
Either or. You eat the plant, or the plant eats other things.
Yeah, right.
I think that this is going to be an attack spell. I did consider having it consume me, but I can't really think of what advantage that would bring.
It's a defoliant.
It can be,
Oh,
yeah.
of course. Good skin is always important.
No, I meant I meant it eats. I meant you know that you're too clever. You're too witty.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be an attack spell which sucks onto people's faces and then crawls down their throats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I like it.
Mhm.
It's yeah. I think that's a pretty dang valid. Makes sense to me. For
I
consuming
think
plant.
that makes it a moderate spell.
Well,
No, so the way spellcasting works is every time you cast it, you choose the effect.
Yeah.
As long as it is a proper interpretation of the name, and every time you cast it, we choose minor, moderate, or like major, mythic.
Yeah.
And
So
then
it could be a different interpretation of the spell each time I cast it.
of the name of the spell, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. And yes, Cipselis is has a background as a performer. I think he might be from Kohan the Spear, and he's kind of worked out that this city is on its knees, and if you want to get rich, now is the time to strike out on your own.
Makes sense. I guess we don't need a line of Telarn hook while we're in Quran.
Yeah. And clearly you have some affiliation or were able to get in with House Nalu's, group, so you're here, and that's fine with me.
Oh, I mean, I cast my spell near one of the Reed folk, and they were pretty impressed.
Yeah, no, that. Yep, you're right. Cool. Any other follow-up questions tonight?
I don't think so, other than the end of session stuff. I think
Yeah. The mercenary camp here is also it's a suitable overnight rest place for the evening.
Useful.
Cool. Yeah, let's do experience then, if there's no other questions.
Okay. Did we find any treasure?
A little bit.
Less than 100, or?
Yeah, less than 100.
Okay.
Are we getting experience on the inherent worth of the silver or the worth to the trader? And if so, what's the worth?
I'm factoring that in as what the worth is. He has a goal of the amount of treasure he needs to hit.
Right.
And this kind of contributes to that,
Okay, right. So it's not like he's giving us, an exchange of like 1 drop per coin per 10 coins or something.
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
he's not giving you ink or anything. No. You're getting paid in exposure. You're allowed to go here, right? And in return, he needs the coins and like that kind of and like valuable gem kind of, like he needs monetary value stuff.
And like we can keep the teeth.
Exactly. You can keep the odds and ends, weapons, the functional things and stuff, but he needs liquidity. He needs money. So, we got that through the terse deal. So like that shouldn't be like a surprise or shock or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right. What are we doing again?
XP.
Bro.
So,
Yeah. Experience.
Did we complete a goal? I'd say yes. We managed to get in here. Like we talked to the caravanserai boss. We got approval to go in here. We got here.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna push back on that. I'm gonna say you did do that, and your access in here actually establishes a meaningful relationship with the faction.
Okay.
I mean, I just looked. They're the same die. So what the fuck am I talking about? Just whatever. Just you don't double dip. Is what is the point. Yeah.
I'd say meaningful relationship might be after we prove ourselves in a separate session. Potentially.
Oh. No, I think the meaningful relationship is you have the what do you call it? The challenge coin, like the challenge copper House Nalu thing, right? Like you can,
That's fair.
you're chilling in the faction's camp. That's definitely a meaningful relationship. You have a working relationship. So, but in terms of a short-term goal, I don't think that's a short-term goal.
Okay. Did we learn anything? Oh,
I think if you want a short-term goal, I think access to the bigger part of the tell is probably one. You're kind of like in this. You have to find other entrances, or like beyond the gates. You know, like those large gates that I've alluded to, and that there's a lot more tell behind those things. So I maybe like that kind of access.
Cool.
Is a like to me that would be like a goal.
Okay.
Worth doing it. I don't think just showing up here is. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm willing to be pushed back on, gang, if you think this was significant.
No, I agree with you.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
did we learn anything useful about the world? Was Ghoul Fever just mentioned this session? I don't know if it came up before.
No, it didn't. It didn't come up before. Though that white plague did come up. There's a lot of diseases
True.
going on.
Yeah, I don't know that witnessing the aftermath of a battle was particularly important.
What about the existence of the Reed folk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That feels like a thing in the world that's going to keep mattering.
100%.
Okay. We'd already talked about establish meaningful relationship. Did any of your characters survive being on Death's Door?
Oh,
Did we do the roll for Death's Door?
we did.
Oh, I
And he
missed the roll
survived.
itself.
He would have gotten it. The ghoul said otherwise.
The ghoul kept munching.
Dude, a 1 in 6 chance. That sucks. Okay.
Who is MVP?
Do we give
I
it
think
to
Hanno was.
I was
I
going
was
to
gonna say
Hanno's. Yeah,
Hanno's new character. Yeah, it goes to the player. So like, yeah,
it does.
Down with that then. Give it to Coati.
You start with 1 XP, Cody, for your next character. The cool thing is like that's not even it's literally not even a sympathy like thing for losing your character. It's like genuinely you were the MVP today.
The entire encounter.
Yeah, you got the chest out. Like you got the chest. You did so much today. You tanked the disease. Like yeah, absolutely.
And then you're going to be our roller. So 2d4 and a d6 in total. Three XP for everyone.
Okay.
That brings me exactly to. Oh, well, that brings me to 10 XP, which is not enough to level up because I now need 15.
Okay. Good session.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we went. This was the not dangerous tower, right?
Yeah. According to the
not
mark.
one they said don't go into.
Well, I think
we were eyeing the other one of like, yeah, we can handle it, and then we immediately had problems.
Can I claim a trophy from the ghouls?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Definitely taking a ghoul head. The one that killed Hanno. I will remember my fallen comrade with this ghoul head.
Yeah.
Yep. You'll get bonuses against ghouls.
Awesome.
Nice.
We may see them again.
Yeah. All right. Good game, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Yeah,
Thanks for running.
fun.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Thanks for running.